Hey guys, welcome to another video of MaxiAspie, and today I'll be talking about OCD and how to combat OCD. Now a few weeks ago I had the honour to be on Mask Off Monday with the Aspie world talking around OCD, and OCD can be very hard to talk about because it's very personal to a lot of people. A lot of people are worried when they talk about OCD that people will think that they're odd or they're weird or they're crazy. And that's some of the stigmas that I have faced through talking about OCD. A lot of people will think, oh God, is this person, right in the head? And it can be very difficult to talk about because a lot of people's perception of OCD is your typical moniker of Friends, or the colours must line up in a certain way, or an order of a DVD rack, or how you organise things, or clean, and all those general stereotypes that come with OCD can make people think, I'm a little bit OCD, or everyone's got a bit of OCD, or I'm a bit OCD about that. But actually OCD is a lot different to that. OCD can be really intrusive and bad thoughts, and it could be thoughts that I have to do this, otherwise this will happen, or if I don't do this, mum and dad will die, or anything like that. And OCD involves a lot of doubt, a lot of guilt, and a lot of not really trusting your logic, which is, that's not actually going to happen, but you're very insecure and you want to do that, and you do that in case something does happen, otherwise you feel bad if it did. It's very much the butterfly effect. I'll do this to stop that happening and then I won't feel bad, but if I don't do that to stop that from happening, then I will feel bad if something bad happens. So it's very complex and very difficult and very hard to explain in just one video. But today I really want to talk about how to combat it, because throughout my life I've really struggled with OCD to the point where I had to go on medication. I don't advise medication to be done straight away. I think there are other therapies and other things that you can try before that. And I just wanted to make this video to list some of those things that can help people. So the first thing on my road to recovery of OCD, and trust me, I'm still on that road. For OCD, it never goes away. It's like a dark cloud above your head. It's always there. You just really have to monitor it and manage it and make sure that it gets better throughout your life. But one of the things that I had to do to get past some of those OCD intrusive impulsive thoughts was be willing to accept risk. If I don't do this, the logic dictates that just because I don't do that doesn't mean that something bad will happen, but you need to be able to accept the risk that something might and not feel bad about it, because the logic behind the thought is nothing bad is actually going to happen if I don't do that. Logically, by me not doing that, mum and dad's not, it's not going to cause mum and dad to die if I don't do something. Logic dictates that that won't happen. But let's just say the worst of the worst happened, and it did happen, or you just really wanted to try not to do it that day. You have to be able to accept that risk, however low that risk is and how illogical the risk is. You need to be able to accept that risk so you can start moving forward. And hey, you could actually say it's not really a risk, because logically, just because you don't do that, it's not actually going to cause something to happen. OCD is very, very persuasive, and it will make you believe that that will happen if you don't do that. But it's not really a risk, and the minute you realise it's not a risk, then you can move forward with combating OCD. Which leads me to the other point, which is give in to the logic. Don't give in to the side of the OCD which is telling you, yeah, but if I don't do that, this will happen. If I don't do that, this will happen. Give in to the logic, which is, if I really, really, really think about it, me doing that at 12 o'clock every night, at that exact time, and doing it 100 times because I have to keep doing it because I keep doing it wrong to the point where I'm actually happy with what I've done and then I can stop. Is that really going to stop some world life event from happening, like a death, like an earthquake, like bad luck? Is it actually logically going to stop it? And the real answer you will come to is no. So you really have to give in to the logic for you to start that paveway to recovery or living with OCD. And it can be hard, and I'm not saying any of this is easy, because it's not. The other point is always expect the unexpected, which is, you know, something may happen, and you just really got to, again, realise that things happen, and it's not because you haven't done something or performed a ritual or gave into an impulse. Things happen unexpectedly, and life can be horrible in that way. But also always expect the unexpected in terms of, you might feel that you've got rid of a ritual and you've got past that OCD intrusive thought, but a lot of OCD people find that it slowly creeps back, you know, so always expect it to come back, always be ready to fight it and push it away, and just always expect the unexpected, that just because you're over one OCD, it's very common that you'll have another one on the horizon. So just be aware and expect the unexpected. And also don't waste time trying to prevent these thoughts or thinking bad things, because, you know, when I was going through cognitive behavioural therapy, people always say, if someone tells you don't think of an elephant, don't think of an elephant, don't think of an elephant, you're going to think of an elephant. So if you keep trying to say to your mind, I'm going to not think of this, I'm not going to think of anything bad, I'm not going to think of intrusive thoughts, the likelihood is more things will happen. So don't prevent those thoughts from happening. Prevent yourself from doing the rituals. Also, don't be upset with like your progress, or don't compare yourself to other people and where they are. There's many people that might just be able to combat it like that, and they might be on medication, and that might be the reason why. We are very bad as human beings of comparing ourselves to other people. I do it all the time. I think, why can't I be there? Why can't I do that? We do it with everything. We do it with success. We do it with weight gain. We do it with looks. We do it with money. So OCD is just another level. You might see someone really, really doing well in their progress, but it doesn't mean that you're not. So don't feel like you're not making progress, because that will get you more down, and that can cause other rituals. But also, it's really important to bear in mind as well, if you're doing very well with your progress and you're feeling happy, for me, my OCD happens a lot more when I'm happy, because I've got more to lose, right? So, you know, it's recognising where you are, but not comparing yourself and not thinking, why am I not here? Why am I there? You know, just be happy that you're doing well. Be proud of yourself that you're doing well, and don't compare yourself to other people, because that can cause a setback. The other thing is, don't allow new rituals. You know, what I have found very much is I will get past one ritual and it will quickly replace itself with another. So one of the examples is in the morning, I always have to check that the taps are off in the sink, because once upon a time I did flood the house. So that is more of a impulse. I have to check, and I have to check a specific way. Otherwise, rest assured, the taps will be running and I would have flooded the house and everything else. So what I started to do was, when I was in a rush, I'd take a photo. And what I was really cautious of, it was taking the photo really helped, because I could just take a photo and not do the ritual. But what I really needed to be careful of was taking the photo didn't become a new ritual. So it can be very, very easily done that you'll get past that ritual and you won't check the sink 100 times because you're taking a photo, but then you could very easily quickly turn into the ritual of taking 100 photos, which is something I want to avoid and am avoiding. But it's very easy to come up with another ritual to replace the other one. So don't allow new rituals. If you get the thought, you can't prevent the thought, but prevent the action. And that's what I would recommend. Also, don't feel guilty or bad. You know, if you don't do the ritual and you are worried that something bad is going to happen, and let's just say by coincidence it does, because life happens and it happens in strange ways, don't feel bad, don't blame yourself. And I know that's easier said than done. OCD is a very sort of motivated by doubt and guilt. But don't feel bad. You know, be happy with your progress. Be happy with the fact that people are going to be rooting for you to beat this OCD, to get over these thoughts and get through to the other side and go on that recovery. Think about that and the happiness that you're getting from that, and never feel bad or guilty that you don't do a ritual. And the last one that really helped me was speak to people. Don't hide it. OCD people are very, very good at hiding their obsessions. I was. But don't hide it. Speak to people, speak to friends, speak to people that you can trust, and just have that supportive network around you, because that's really and truthfully, I mean, I know I went on medicine in the end, but I wouldn't have been able to get where I am now if it wasn't for my friends and my family supporting me, reassuring me that it was all going to be okay. So use your friends and family as much as you can, even to the point where if you're not willing to accept the risk, you say to someone like I did, look, I won't do it, but you need to accept the risk for me not doing it. And I know that sounds a bit of a cop-out, but that will help you get past that stage, because if you've got someone that goes, for you, logically, you washing your hands at 12 o'clock is not going to prevent this, I am very happy to accept the risk of that as long as you don't do it. That really helped me. You know, my parents did that, my friends did that, and it really helped me get on that pathway to recovery. So those are my tips for combating with OCD. It can be very hard, and if you have any questions or just want to talk to somebody, please leave your comments below. Always feel free to reach out, message me, go to my website, go on my social media, all the links will be in the description. And always feel like you can talk to me, because, hey, that's what I'm here for. But guys, thank you for watching as always. Take care. Thank you for watching. Take care and goodbye for now.